and, you know, the damage dealers as well. Each player has 4 abilities that they can use. There are 4 skills as well as 2 summoner skills that they roll into the game with. They can be anything they want. They can assist themselves. They can assist the team. All these little things come into play, and you'll see them start to use these abilities. They gain 1 per level, so by level 4, they can have 3 of their abilities. Level 6, you get your ultimate. So that'll be a big time as well. When you see them start turning level 6, they're going to start gathering together. They're going to start trying to make things happen. They call them ganks. As they come out of the jungle, they're going to try to take down a few kills and start picking off one by one. This will start to give you the advantage as the game goes on.
Yep. But the thing to point out, though, is the game is live, and we're going to be in the first game of the MLG Providence tournament for League of Legends. Now, guys in the crowd and people at home, let me hear you guys cheer for your favorite teams. You want Epic to take this game over. Let me hear you guys in the crowd.
All right. Pretty favorable.
Nice.
Pretty favorable.
If you guys want Dignitas to take this game 1 right here, let me hear you guys. All right. Wow.
Epic. A lot of jungle invasion going on right now.
Like way back here. That's interesting placement. I've not really seen people go for the steal on the golems, but you know, sure.
That's the steal on golems, and what's up top lane as you go to top. They could really pinch that out there.
They're switching lanes. They're gonna have Sona Vayne sit top, and Darius teleport. So they're gonna take that free experience, and they're gonna switch on over.
That's a very smart idea. So what Freak is saying here is the meta of the game is usually you keep that healer down bottom with the champion that does the damage, the AD damage. They scale very well in that lane, and they scale more off gold as you leave your mage in middle. They scale a lot off leveling. They get a lot more ability power and a lot more damage off of that level. Not ability power per se, but the amount of damage they do. So they're going to switch top and bottom lane and try to throw off that lane that would have 1 person in it. And actually, it looks like Dignitas has done the same thing as well, so it won't even matter. This kind of leaves Dragon down bottom by itself. We'll see how that plays out for either team here.
Yeah, mobility is going to be a really huge thing here. If Epic can actually manage to, or Epic or Dignitas, really either team, can manage to pull their top lane down across the map first, there's really no way for that other lane, their opponents, to get themselves there quickly. So you can easily force a 5v3 on a very major map objective. And that actually is going to be a very big deal.
Ryze putting out some damage there. You can see every time that Ryze tumbles, he will do a little bit more attack damage to his abilities and gain a little bit of ground on his opponent. And you can really use that to his advantage. The junglers still moving through the jungle as you see them going through the shadows a little bit. They will be able to come out into their lanes quite soon here, and we're going to see them play a big role. Very nice job by Dyrus down bottom, keeping Voyboy towards his turret and possibly really negating him some resources here as he pushes these minions straight into that turret.
Yeah, and the minion's going to go back and forth. He's trying to harass down Voyboy. He's got a lot of potions, though, so this Akali should be safe. Dyrus, though, really, yeah, you're right. Absolutely just pushing him to the turret and saying, you know, hyper-aggression is fine with me. I probably predicted or saw Jat's jungle pattern, knows he's safe right now. But, you know, Jad is level 3 and has boots, so he could be coming into gank pretty soon. Does not have bear stance yet, but level 2 Phoenix stance plus red buff is enough to kill a guy, so we'll see how that pans out. Dan 3.5 recalling as well.
Very nice job on the clear there. Jat moving quickly. It looks like Dandin, yeah, going back for his first time. So Jat with a little bit more aggression here, and he may be able to come out strong. Dyrus just keeping himself sustained in lane. Very nice job up top. We'll go ahead and see who's really creep scoring well. Right now, we do have Dyrus on top with creep score, doing very well against Voyboy down bottom. Not too much difference between anybody right now, though.
Yep, Jat starting to play aggressively. He's going to go across the map. He might happen across Rammus at red buff. There's the Powerball, and he's going to find him. He's going to drop a ward down safely. Not getting spotted just yet.
Oh,
not going for it.
That would time everything perfectly for him. Oh, he was waiting for the Wraiths to come up. It looks like he's going to be able to do this as Dan just does his red right now. Now, this is Jat inside of Dandin's jungle. This is called invading right now, and he could be going middle here. Looks like Saucy could be getting hit up. Goes for the never move, but Jat's able to get out with a little bit of bear stance and then right into his turtle form so he doesn't take too much damage.
Nice. That's a well-practiced jungle pattern, too. Knows how Rammus is going to the jungle and goes into the base. So he's like, okay, they're going to respawn now. Steal it, get level 4, gank from that, from a weird location, getting behind the enemy team. Really smart play there, but did not manage to turn into anything but a jungle steal.
Skarner getting bumped up there in mid. Dandin with the taunt on. Saucy just missing the never move. Very nice flash out by Skarner. So they know that flash is down. That's very big, considered almost an successful gank, because next time, that's going to be theirs.
Yep, he needs to get level 6 quickly. Once Kazan hits level 6, he has that ability Rift Walk. Lets him shove himself across the screen pretty nicely. It's going to be a big deal there. Dyrus still trying to sustain up. Voyboy, though, doing some good damage here. You can see both players getting quite low.
So bursty.
Oh,
Doing
yeah.
a very nice job down bottom. A lot of aggression there. And this is actually what you would see top lane anyways. We'll have to see once the wards start going down for that dragon, how much they really start to back off and play with a little bit of care.
Yeah, absolutely the case. We're going to see bottom lane still. Just Yorick staying alive right now. Cloth armor, 4 health potions still in his inventory. Going to have a lot of health there. And you can see both players, oh, they're switching over now. Epic might go for a fast dragon on this. You see Sona
coming in.
Across.
Oh, hits a right
got a
shroud. Voyboy taunted on. Dyrus could be getting first blood here. He almost gets away with the flash on himself. A few more hits. One more hit on Voyboy. They do dive under the turret, and they're able to get first blood. Epic coming out strong in this game. It looks like Jad has been caught. Does Westrice have condemned? He has exhausted him. Westrice one-on-one with Jad. He is forced to flash over the wall. Flashing right onto Jad. He could still have him. 2 more shots. Will it go right through the shield? And he will not get the shot up. He gets under the turret. Westrice tries to dive, and it just will not be enough. Valiant attempt by Westrice. Still, first blood to EpikGaming.
Nice try there, but look at that. They've got vision on the dragon. Great job of them to come down to the bottom. They traded flash between those champions, but hey, you know what's cool also is the dragon kill. Dyrus looking to die to some jungle camps. Might be a second time. Yes, he will. Dyrus 0-2 against jungle mobs in the last 2 tournaments. Oh man, but Salty still pushing around on Scar. Scar should be safe now at this point, though. He's got that Rift Walk. I mean, you could have an amazing Powerball flash taunt from Dan, but it's going to be unlikely to see Kazan to get picked off in the next few minutes, so he'll be safe. Meanwhile, Ezreal Soraka still farming top, though, so do realize that gold income is not insignificant there. They've not been pushed away at this lane at all, and they've gotten a lot of gold from that.
Oh, looks like they are going to switch it up. Yeah, yep. And Westrice down bottom now, and that's going to leave Voyboy to have to go against 2. It's pretty much all right for him. He is an energy character. He does not use mana. Energy revamps a lot faster, as well as just usable over and over again. So he's not losing too much in lane, and he can sustain very well, especially once he grabs himself that revolver, which I do believe he has, and yes, he does already. So that's going to help him. You can do health steal on the AD characters, and you'll see the mages buying spell vamp, and that's going to give them their health steal off that ability. So you'll see as these champions start to create their builds, you can see as they're going for sustain in lane, a little bit of health, or are they going to go for damage and really just try to output more damage than your opponent. You won't even have to worry about gaining that health, and you can get a little bit of a heals from your support. Voyboy warding up. Very nice job. You're going to see everybody dropping wards around the map. That will give them vision. Plays a huge role in the game, and you'll see actually as the game goes on, the supports are going to buy something that can see these wards, and they'll try to start negating each other and clearing the wards out. So it becomes a big part of the game. You can see there's a blue one down by Dragon and a purple one up top that Voyboy just placed. So they like to keep that vision all around the map as far as they can.
Yeah, absolutely. Ward's going to be extremely important, especially because these junglers are so incredibly fast. Oh. Yeah, looks like, there's a flash away from that. Trying to get away from Akali. Akali going to force that flash, and otherwise safe in lane. So you don't really want to 1v1 assassins as support. That seems like the wrong role choice there. So hopefully they'll... You see Westrice on his way back up to the top. Dyrus going to be 1v2ing at bot lane. Ezreal goes off. They really want to push this lane down, actually. Although Rammus not far away. They could go for some aggression before too long. But Dyrus certainly having a hard time last hitting against this turret and the enemy Ezreal. They're really just playing aggressive, and there is Rammus indeed. They've pinged on the cutie pie, but he will be safe.
Very nice job there. He did notice that they started moving, and they did have a ward. We can see actually as we jump up top, Skarner has been creeping up in this bush. And what he's doing is he's moving with the vision of his minions. He knows that he's in the fog of war right now, and he can continue to move up as Voyboy pushes. Now Voyboy is going to start playing very aggressive so that they commit to a fight, and they are going to jump right on that as soon as they can as he comes out. So you're watching up top. We'll see if that happens. Very big aggression still by Dignitas down bottom. And there it is, the jump out. Not enough for Skarner to come out yet, though. But Voyboy is right where he wants to be. He's taking that damage freak.
Yeah, absolutely the case. We can see not too much aggression bottom lane. Dyrus staying alive so far. Akali backing up. Skarner still there, and is letting Udyr take mid lane against Salty. At this point, they have to realize Kazan hasn't been around in forever.
Yeah, they have to know now.
they have to assume he's doing something crafty. Oh, the blue ping was there. The clairvoyance to try to see him at the bottom, but he's not there. Their clairvoyance actually checks the wrong side, but he's going to recall anyways. Like, it's been too long, they're not pushing. They did have a spidey sense that Cassidy was waiting, but they guessed the wrong location.
Yeah, that was a very good job. Ryze doing everything he can just to get those last hits on, the least bit amount of health, and keeping, that's really a huge advantage to keep the minion wave right there. You don't have to overextend, and it's right in front of your turret, and you're very safe. Looks like Jat still in mid here, clearing out this minion wave as he comes up behind. Salsi trying to throw some damage on. He is going to get a good amount there. Go out into Raven form.
Early Oracle's Cassidy. That's amazing.
Cassidy going really around, placing wards as well. There's some more wards, checking for his own. And we may see a rift in here, but it looks like he is just going to give up on Salsi. A lot of aggression on Voyboy up top. He is exhausted. Ryze doing what he can. Gets jumped on. Front end burst. They turn around. A beautiful crescendo coming out of the hands of Sona. Dan Din there to turn on the ulti. Can he get Tremors to do enough damage? Not enough Rift Walk for Skara. And Epic comes up with the first 3 kills 11 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. We'll have to see if Dignitas can start to turn this around. No turrets have really been taken, and we're still in an early laning phase. But Epic taking a very good advantage of money here in the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely great job. They're pushing at this turret. They won't quite get it, I don't think. They're taking a little bit too much damage, and they have no minions to tank for them. But no, actually, Dan's going to stay on it, and there's the new minion wave, and they're going to press down. They're low, but there's no assassins nearby, so who really cares? Teleport coming in there, and they're running away. And let's see, Voyboy wants to go for it. Oh my God, picks it up! Stun in turret, or stun in the brush, but he's going to keep going at a Dan. Oh man.
Wow. So much damage output. That front end damage is huge. I mean, Voyboy has it, but when you can get that third Silver Bolt by Ryze and you have Sona there to start throwing out power chords, Sona may be a healer, but for those of you that don't know, as she casts 3 spells, she has an ability to double her damage on the next Q that she fires out, and that is something you see. You'll see the health drop of the opponent that hits, and they're able to do that quite fast. But here we go, the first turret of the game, and this equals global gold. Very big for the team that gets this, 150 gold to everybody on the team, and that's really going to help them out. We can see the gold right now is not too far off, 15.7 to 15.3. Oh, yeah. And 2 turrets now in favor of Dignitas.
Yeah, Dignitas doing a great job. They've actually pushed down 2 turrets, and you saw earlier the Ezreal Soraka just push against Yorick, and it did get them that turret a while ago. Yeah, they've lost the dragon, they're down 2 kills, but they're really, really in this game. I think their overall strategy has been successful here. They had, the nice try on the Cassidy gank, just epic Reddit, unfortunately, but they've gotten 2 turret kills from great positioning and great sort of teamwork, basically.
Dragon's really back up, making a move.
That's super smart. They're getting the dragon as well. This is going to actually put them in the advantage this game. Now, Dan's coming over, but it's a 1v5. There's no way he's going to get this.
Wow. Right. So that's 490 gold. Dignitas has just picked up. Crescendo goes out. Ezreal ulti from the True Shot Barrage. Voyboy is taking a lot of damage, but he's staying in the fight. He could go down. No! He heals off of Salsi, but just goes down as Salsi goes down as well. It's a 2 for 2 right now as they continue to go at it. Jat taking a lot of damage here as Dyrus is the focus. Dyrus trying to get out of there alive. Has flashed out and keeps himself there. It looks like they have to deter from this one. A lot of damage coming out of Ryze on that ulti. A very nice ult coming out of the hands of Dyrus, keeping Vayne alive. And as we said, right off the bat, doubling that damage.
Yep, and 2 for 2 on that fight. Excellent play there in Yorick. Yeah, that Yorick ult was a big deal. It made the rest of Dignitas run away from that fight when they were otherwise probably winning. Sona out of mana, Yorick out of health, Ryze alone without any major items. He's got, oh yes, Xerxes Dorn's Blade. Yeah, that's real. That's a ton of damage output, totally. But, it worked out that Yorick ult did do some good work for them that fight. Traded 2 for 2. The dragon already going to Dignitas. So now it's like, okay, 5 to 3 on kills, 1 to 1 on dragons, 2 turrets. And so Dignitas actually in the lead for this game despite a lot of excellent ganks from Epic.
Yeah, like I said, that was a big, 150 from a turret, another 150, and 190. So that 490 gold quickly for them is really awesome. They probably were able to finish a few items. You see Ezreal with that sheen. Looks like Cassidy, let's see what he is building. Actually, not too much right now. He's saving up.
Yeah, let's see what he's got. Current gold is, well, 65, so not exactly a ton of money, but Fitness Sword Shoes and Tear the Goddess.
Right.
He's going to let him just spam up that cheek. He's up to 212 bonus mana right now, so that's nice.
And very nice. They are going to start donating buffs around the map. As we said before, that mage character plays middle, and usually the one you will donate the Crest of the Ancient Golem to. That's going to give him mana regen as well as cooldowns. And for that to be on Swain is very dangerous. Very dangerous.
A lot of free mana. Really wants it to. His ultimate just costs mana every second it stays on. You can see puts a lot of damage output to nearby enemies, and then every time you hit someone, you actually get healed back up. So you want to be nice and durable. You can see Mercury Treads pushing for Rod of Ages, has some armor and magic with his runes. And he's going to be, pushing for that durable champion that kind of stays in that fight, doesn't get pushed out, and just slowly wears you down. And very actually similar to how Udyr ends up playing out, where he's going to kind of get in there, be very durable, and just keep putting out damage and not going anywhere. And Dignitas actually going for a steal on the red buff. Very smart by them. Dan already on his way down.
Oh, very nice. Jat went in to place that ward, but they are still taking his red buff. Oh no, Dyrus sees them and he will start to challenge there. They do push both of them out up top lane, but quite aggressive. Ryze down to a bit of health. Does Cassidy didn't have enough? He throws on the ignite, but it's not going to be enough true damage with the heal from Sona. Very nice job by Nut. He was able to keep Ryze alive, and they definitely dodged a situation where they did not want to feed Scar there at all. Cassidy is not someone you want to get tanky, and right now he's doing a very good job of keeping himself alive and just farming up.
Yep, PewDiePie still pulling on that lizard. Really wants it. He's staying on it again. Has a Sheen and a Wriggles. Now Dan's on it, and I think Dignitas might give up on this one. Although it's warded, so they could go for some aggression here.
You can see he's getting on the top side there. They did just CV him, but he's getting in range for that Mystic shot, which is going to be pretty far, but they now know he's completely at that side. It would be kind of silly to Arcane Shift in towards the top of where red would be. You'd stick yourself in that little horseshoe. But we're going to see Sona coming right out of the push. They go for the ultimate. Could get the crescendo down here, but it's not really useful on that one person with the amount of damage the rest of Dignitas can do. Powerball coming in across the river. Can he get the taunt? He does hit him through the bush. He doesn't use Arcane Shift. A lot of damage onto PewDiePie, and he could get caught off guard here. Very nice job by Epic.
Yeah, nice kill picked up there, putting themselves back in the lead by 100 gold. So not exactly a massive advantage, but they could take this 5v4 on the map and turn it into some tower kills. I would actually expect to see that from them.
Wow. Jat taking a considerable amount of damage. That's pretty confident for him there in that position. He did get hit by that Vayne true damage, and that's what you saw. Oh, he flashes in, gets the taunt on. Cassidy trying to come in as Jat may go down, and they just turn tide onto Skarner for that fight. It looks like Epic has a good amount of control in middle.
Yeah, nice try there for sure. It was a close one, but I mean, a great play by Epic. They went in on Udyr, but Cassidy shut up like, no, we got this one. Ryze hits him with an immediate condemn, and they take him down with that. It was just excellent play by them.
Epic doing a very nice job of taking every advantage they have to the fullest. Every time they catch somebody, they do what they need to do to take them out, even if they have to flash, and then you can see them playing a little bit safe after that. Ezreal throwing a true shot barrage down bottom to clear out the minion wave, doing quite a bit of damage to that tower, and they do have mid. So we'll have to see how they play that one out.
And Dyrus is rude, getting ulted in the brush, has to recall again. But Akali has her Gunblade before 18 minutes. Building towards Mercury Treads, so not Sork Shoes so much, but actually going for a little bit more durability here. We'll see if that works out for her. Ryze staying on these minions right now.
Yeah, so much CC coming out of Epic. I think you'd be forced to build Merc Treads this game.
Yeah, that's a good. That's
you condemn, taunt, never move. That's some, and crescendo from Sona as well.
He's also still just pushing through all these minions, but you know what really matters is when it hits late game. Once you see a death cap on that Cassidy, once you see, you know, Akali already has her her Gunblade right now. So I don't know, can they insta-give the Vayne? Can they insta-give the Sona? It's kind of going to be an important deal. So we'll see. Ryze still building up some items. We're going to see how close she is. 500 gold right now. She's about 350 away from a Bloodthirster.
Oh wow! Counter Baron.
And they did it because Dignitas is going for Dragon right now. They know about it. But I don't know if they can show up in time. Ult goes off. They're still on it.
This is very dangerous here, Freak. They are going to be taking a lot of damage from Baron. Crescendo used a bit early. They will be able to get in. Baron is on to Epic right now. Skarner forced to rift out the focus onto Voyboy as they start trading in damage back and forth. But Dignitas taking too much with the sustain of Baron on Epic. They do find Sona. The healer is down. Danton going for Locust to keep the healer off of Dignitas as well. Very nice job by Vayne. Jet is forced to run out of that one. And a 2v1 as Epic only loses. And that Skarner just a second away from being taken out by West Ryze. And he is able to rift out. Can Jet find his way out there? He also gets out in the nick of time. Wow, Dignitas, however, getting Dragon did lose Baron there, so it's going to be a little bit of a turtle for them. It's still very early for a Baron to come out, especially with the amount of turrets we have up. So they're definitely going to use this as a money advantage. Right now, go back, get their builds up, reset, get that health back, and get back into lane. That was a very nice job by Epic.
And the player of that fight was Salty. He was in the front the entire time and was not pushed away. His ult was on, and he basically single-handedly got rid of Skar's Kassadin and Voyboy's Akali. They were not able to get in very well onto the Vayne or onto that Sona. And you saw, even still, Dyrus had used his ultimate already. You see the cooldown, that's his flash, actually, sorry. The cooldown on his ultimate just now about back up and actually had used it for the Baron kill, so it was not up for that fight. They did not have the double Vayne, and it still was not enough for them to lose that fight. So an exceptional job by Epic. The overall positioning, Salty especially, I really have to hand it to him. That was his fight to win, and he made it happen for his team.
Yep.
And I mean, the rest of the team stayed safe, and it was just excellent overall. But yeah, when you single-handedly zone out the two assassins with the enemy team, kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that helped out a lot. And we saw 2 ultis be used before that fight as well. I thought Sona's ulti, I thought Yut's ulti was a little too early, but it really helped them out because Yorick's ulti was still helping to finish on the Baron, and that damage was able to give them the win in that fight. I thought they were going to need both of those, but that, that's got to feel pretty good for them, knowing that they can come out, kind of off using their ultis in a situation where it was a bigger advantage for them than to use them in a fight.
Yeah, and Epic now just going to push across the map. They've got this giant advance right now. Only 3,000 gold up, but that Baron buff, pretty big deal.
Yep.
Salty has a fresh blue buff, and actually, looks like Dignitas was too afraid to give blue to Kassadin because Udyr just kind of took it, and they're like, well, we might get ganked, let's just grab this and then run. Let's see if this works out for him. A lot of MR here. He's getting taunted, there we go.
That could be a take here. True shot barrage from Ezreal. That's his ulti. Din goes in, starts taking a lot of damage, but his Tremors is on. The crescendo did not stop too many. Very nice never move, keeping Cutie Pie, and another out. Din goes down, and the fight will happen under the turret. Freak, this is very big. Dignitas has initiated a Baron fight onto Epic, as Epic had Baron out mid lane.
Wow, they've traded almost everyone down. They're down 2. Cutie Pie's still alive.
Oh,
going back in on the Dyrus, but Dyrus 1v3. Trying to get away now from Jat. He's not taking a ton of damage, but he's still going down.
Wow.
They will pick up that kill, and Dignitas, a 5v5. They actually initiated on Rammus of all people and still broke that down. Took them down with a gold disadvantage without Baron buff, and they're like, no. Positioning matters, we'll take this. Dyrus wasn't in the fight yet. They jumped onto a 5v4, and it worked out for them. They just kept pushing down, and they made it happen.
So,
and then, wow.
You can see how much positioning matters. We just saw Dignitas try to do the same thing right after they grabbed Baron, and they weren't able to do it. And as I said, Epic kind of misused their ultis in that fight. They were able to use their ultis for that fight with Baron and weren't able to take it under their own tower. Positioning is huge for this Dignitas team. That front end burst and their the people that can assassinate and being up front and able to get out is really what won them that fight.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the players just back and regrouping in the jungle, and Epic's like, well, geez, we couldn't win that fight.
We'll have to see what they can do, though.
Yeah.
That Baron buff has worn off. It wasn't even halfway done, I don't think so. Quite a bit of time before Baron comes back up. True shot barrage going down middle to stop those minions.
Yeah, it should come up around 25.5 or so. I think they went for it. They started going for around 18-something minutes, 7-minute respawn, so 25-something, maybe 26 minutes. Then you'll see Baron come back up. And one score I want to point out, because we keep talking about, at least I keep talking about Salty. I don't know about you. I'm going to keep talking about Salty with the Swain there. Is actually because of how that fight went out, he was not able to sustain. But again, aggression coming in there. Dyrus going to be taking some damage here. Dan's going to land a powerball on a Jat, but they're just going to push right in. A great Sona ult, and again the fight is on. Scar down to half. Dyrus down to half. Jat still in front, not dying. But again, the sustain is good. They have Sona, they have that Swain. Health bars are not going down that quickly. They're going to be all right here. Ezreal staying off to the side. But, okay, yeah, Rammus flash is still on a 2-minute cooldown here. But if he gets flash taunted, Ezreal could drop at any time.
You know, I know it's early, but this has been an absolute just lane game. You can see hardly any wards around the jungle. There's a few in the river, but really everything has just been about the aggression in lane for these two teams this game. Not something you usually see. We'll have a lot of wards around the map. A lot of people are trying to initiate in the jungle, picking off somebody one by one. And these teams are going head to head, leaving nothing to chance. And they want to know what's going on in the front line, and that's exactly what they get in every fight. Looks like they're going to set up here possibly for a dragon. Should be up quite soon. Voidboy does stay and actually does not go back, and you can see him placing a few more wards here. They just put one in that small bush, and Dragon will come up. That's another 190 gold for them, but here we go. Dan into Powerball. We'll have to see if they challenge.
Yeah, well, you can see him running across. They're going to stay on it for now. There's no smite on that team as the Udyr is far. They're going to go for it. Dan will not get it in time. They will take that one up. They've actually equalized, just with the Dragon Kill, they've actually only equalized the gold. So yeah, despite their team fights and all that, they're still pretty much on equal footing as far as income is concerned. Experience shouldn't be far apart either. They're leading the way once more. Oh, and blue came up. They want to steal Golem.
So we have a little bit better average farm on Dignitas than we do for Epic here. There we go, Jat initiating with a bear stance again. Dan keeping himself out there as the meat shield. Jat taking a huge amount of damage. The tank is quite hurt for them, and it looks like they could be able to initiate on this. Powerball starting up. Tremors is on though. It looks like a few too many ultimates were used in that fight to continue to initiate with the vision they have right now.
Yeah, their positioning was not going to work there.
Right.
So their front line was Jat, and he's tanky, but he's built mostly magic resist. Look at his resist, 123 armor, 230 magic resist. So what he's really dying to is he's just dying to Vayne, basically. Wow, the Baron again.
Again, Baron back up.
Pushing out of that guy, he's going to lose a lot of health, and yeah, Dignitas not ready to stop them. This is definitely free for Epic right here. Oh my gosh, Skara, can you steal it? Nope.
Oh, wow. Oh, it looks like we have Voidboy going down. He expends his flash as well. Locust could be caught off guard. Flashes over the wall. Nobody's going to chase with flash, but they can dive this turret. Not a problem for them. Dan is just going to tank that. Taunt up right there. Bear stance stops the taunt. Almost saving Locust, but a very nice aggression by Epic. Great thinking by Jat. Really almost saved Locust there with that bear stance to shut down the taunt of Dan. Very well played in mentality in that situation, even though they were trying to get out. It was pretty scary. And it looks like Cutie Pie is going to go ahead and grab that Lizard buff for his team. A very nice job. As I said, they took down Voidboy. Voidboy blew his flash and died to an ignite. Not something you ever want to have happen. It's always kind of one of those things you just, I flashed. I shouldn't have flashed. But nonetheless, it did happen, so that's going to be down for him, and that's a big thing for Akali. Akali jumps into that fight to initiate, and having that flash whenever you need to get out and do it again and be that assassin is really huge. So Voidboy kind of lost a little bit of his movement there, and we'll have to see if this next fight comes up, if he gets stuck in the middle, just having to use that shroud and stay invisible.
Yeah, you can see the gold now, 3,000 gold, the advantage for Epic. Still, that's what we saw last time, and it went really well for Dignitas. But we'll see. Cutie Pie getting nice and farmed up, has some decent items. He's got 1,400 gold, so he's going to get a little bit of new stuff. He could go for a Last Whisper at this point. That's pretty likely to be the build, actually. Yeah, Last Whisper is the grab here. Chat level 16, pretty beefy. 5 ranks in turtle stance. It's a nice 200-point shield there. 220. Vayne is just crushing faces now. He really, Jat, the Udyr really needs more armor to survive this. Only 127, and Vayne is hitting really hard right now. Yeah,
especially two now fully stacked Bloodthirster, an extra 100 damage and 25% lifesteal, and off that Silver Bolt, gets so much HP, so much back, and the Never Moves coming out. They're kind of throwing out abilities. Can they catch somebody off guard? Who's going to overextend? Who's going to try to use an ability that says, hey, we feel confident that that's on cooldown? And that's exactly what they're looking for right now. They're kind of poking back and forth at each other. A very long-range game. It's actually a better long-range game for Dignitas. They do have Cutie Pie to throw out Mystic Shots, quite a long-range attack. They have a very nice stun there on Jat. He tries to get that third Silver Bolt on. Freak, they're putting a lot of pressure on this turret.
Yeah, they're pushing really hard, and the Sona plus Baron buff sustain lets them kind of keep taking damage, but kind of ignoring it. Darrow's getting hurt, but he's got sustain as well. It's a very heal just heal-heavy team. It might work quite well for them.
They are really ready to fight. Sona with that power cord up. Saucy with his blue buff, able to jump in and out of Raven whenever he needs to. Dyrus with a red buff, absolutely slowing along with his abilities that slow as well. Great harassment by Ryze. They did just kind of shut down Jat there, which allowed him to take the turret. Very nice shroud by Akali to slow down that attack.
Yep, they still want to push in. They've got a minion wave. Dignitas needs to keep this inhibitor alive to keep their chances of winning high.
Wow.
Yeah, the poke is really good from Epic though. They're just wearing their health bars down.
Yep. They're able to get in there quite close. I mean, yeah, I did just actually say that QtPie had the better long range, but there's a lot of in and outs that Epic can do. They do have to get close, but they are making that happen, and they're facilitating that damage right now, waiting for this next creep wave. The creeps really help with the turret. They take the damage from the turret unless you tack an enemy underneath it. Wow, Ryze took a lot of damage there. Wasn't doing as much as he thought to the turret and kind of just took a few brute hits for his team. They're going to back off. They're going to deny resources, Freak. They're going to clear out the jungle here, clear out these wards, and it looks like they're going to put themselves up in a position.
Yeah, and they're going to move back towards top. They've taken out one of the secondary turrets. They're up 4 turrets to 3 because of this push so far. Baron buff has timed out. The blue buff gone off of Saucy as well. Dignitas might want to fight here.
The true shot barrage, that was Ezreal's ulti, so he can't do that about again for another minute. And really what he was doing there, trying to clear these minions out. If the minions get close, Epic has free reign over that turret while taking a bit of poke damage. But if they get that turret to go down, Dignitas cannot fight without it. They will have to back up to their next consecutive turret in front of their inhibitors, which is getting quite close to their base.
And the tanks are big for Epic. They put Yorick and Rammus in front there, and they're going to have a hard time getting past that. Kassadin and Akali can't really push past them easily. They can't just pretty much one-shot that Vayne. She's playing too safely. So if they have to push through the tanks, assassins are good against tanks, and this team comes working well for Epic if their positioning is good.
Oh, they're going to tank mid-turret. Where's the minion wave? No, the minion wave is almost there. They have disappeared. It looked like Dan didn't want it. Somebody clicked on it, and he was sitting there ready for Powerball right into the turret. But they are going to continue to move around, push all their lanes. Looks like they're going to get Dragon reset here. Their lanes are quite good except for bottom, so they have pretty much any vision of Dignitas, but it looks like Dignitas will pursue on this Dragon.
This is really good for Dig if they can get in here in time. There's Dan, there's Ryze, and they're going to go. They've silenced Udyr, who's taking a lot of damage for this, and they're in on the down. He's still silenced, no ball girl, but a grand Sona ult. That one's going to fall. QtPie's going to drop, but Skarner is low, and Skarner might fall to Ignite. No, will stay alive, but now it's going to be a death onto Akali. Udyr running away, and it looks like Soraka and Ezreal both low. Ezreal falls to Vayne, a lot of kills in a row. Epic doing a great job here. Looks like Locust about to fall to Swain. Oh, a good heal, but still not going to be enough. That's another one picked up.
Wow.
Only 2 alive, and only 1 kill.
Definitely want to point out the crescendo. Win on that. He waited till the last millisecond that Taunt wore off for the maximum amount of CC on Kassadin. Kassadin received a wish and a heal from Locust, and they were still able to take him out. Beautiful job there in team comp by the stuns one after the other instead of the stuns on top of each other, because they won't automatically stack and they would have worn off at the same time. So beautiful job there. Great initiation, especially just coming off of focusing all your cooldowns onto Dragon.
Yeah, that was absolutely phenomenal. Look over at Dan's build, and even without his ball curl on, it's 3,600 health, and still 80 MR's not too bad, but I'm surprised he didn't die faster with ball curl down, but that Warmog's kept him alive. That's a really, really smart choice by him to get some more mitigation in there and a lot more health, of course, and it kept him in that fight long enough that his team was able to counteract. Even though he went down without his tank abilities on, his team was able to come back in there and win that fight without him. And that was definitely phenomenal.
Ezreal doing quite a bit of damage, but right now really not being able to stand up to Vayne. It's just too much. Vayne can displace Ezreal even if he tries to get close. And there we go. Blue has been given over to Saucy, and we do see that Baron is back up. We can see a ward sitting right behind it for Dignitas, so they do have vision. And you see Jat just milling about in the back. He wants to get over that wall, and they really want it this time. It's definitely going to be a steal. I'd be surprised if they actually go for a face-on Baron fight unless it takes Epic a little bit of time to do it, and they take the damage.
They kind of want to initiate here. Dan's leading the way across the jungle. They have a good clairvoyance down. They know where everyone is. Jat spots him with his ward. He almost got caught, but Powerball ran out. They're staying around. I think they have red timed. They're just really staying near it. Now they're going to back off for now, go back to mid. They have it down to the inhibitor. Mid is probably the right lane to push.
So good amount of wards now out on the map, especially inside the jungle of Dignitas. They're trying to even give themselves vision of their own jungle. And it looks like they are going to start focusing top. They have disappeared. The minions are gone, so right now they're in the fog of war. Oh, and they were just waiting for anyone of that group to push up, but the minions' Powerball is going to be just a little short. And it looks like they're going to just set up again, let Powerball come back up on that cooldown. And Dan Din's going to be the one to initiate, so we're going to look for that.
Yep, he's definitely the first one in, and they're just going for Baron. They're pretty much baiting it. Look at the vision. They do not really see Dignitas coming in. They don't have great vision there. Dignitas does see them, and here they go. Salsy's been caught. Oh, Salsy, you're so almost screwed. He's so low right now, but he's been saved. He's getting healed up, and they're doing a great job here. Cutie-Pie getting caught out. And there is the jump in from Akali and Cassidy. They will drop Vayne, but she should have been revived, and is doing so. Now Jat falling down rather quickly. Can he drop? No, he's still running, but Vayne trying to pick it up. He's running so fast. That will work out. So 2 dead, though, for only 1. Salsy managed to survive, even though he got caught. Voyboy and Cutie-Pie go down. Only Ryze falls.
So unfortunate in the fury of clicking and trying to get around as they still take down Baron. The ghost of Dyrus, I should say, of Ryze, turned around and shot the ward instead of shooting Jat as he ran out.
Oh, wow.
So in the fury of clicking, he was just a misclick there. And there it is, Jat coming in. Wants to try and at least get in to smite down Baron. Very nice job. Rift walks in. The assassination from Skarner, and that's exactly what you expect to see. Can they get those heals out?
They can kill Dan. Yeah, Dan knows that he backs out. They trade 1 for 1. They lose Jat, but they get Salsy, and that's a fresh double up on Skarner.
You know what?
That's
huge job by Jat. They are not doing Baron anymore.
Yeah, no, that was
exactly
a worthwhile trade. Absolutely worthwhile trade. So an excellent job there. 3v4, and they managed to stop him. Got 1 kill, got out, got buffs from the right people.
Looks like top wave has, or top lane has a pretty good wave here. Ryze is going to eat that right up. Ryze did go down, and he does have a stack item. That Bloodthirster will stack up as he gets minion kills, giving him more health and attack damage, more health steal and attack damage. So right now he's got to farm that back up. He's still doing a lot of damage when he crits, but he could be doing a lot more. So he's not as much as a threat right now. That W still makes Vayne a huge threat in the first place. But really, they can choose to kind of focus around him, and like they did just last time, they really got Salsy out of position, and it helped them to stop that Baron fight. So that's what they're going to be looking for again.
Let's see what else they can do around the map. You see Vayne just milling about, getting her stacked up, as you said.
Look at this pinch up top here by Skarner and Voyboy. It can be kind of crazy.
They knew about it. They could have jumped them for sure. 2 assassins versus support AD. That's an easy kill. But yeah, they didn't quite know about it. They couldn't get there in time. Dan heading his way across the map.
They do get the CV down, and they instantly ping on it.
Let's see what I'm doing with this. They're definitely moving for it.
Really, I think everybody's looking for vision right now, because nobody can see each other. There it is, a little bit of vision there, and we can see Dignitas is like, okay, that's where they are. Now we start to move. So everybody now positioning themselves for this fight, or for the steal. Will they leave one to get in there and gladiator this by himself, try to steal Baron, or are they all going to go in? Looks like they are at least getting Epic to back off a little bit.
A little bit the case. You can see they're dropping wards down in a lot of locations. They really want to get vision. This fight will very likely determine the game. If it's a landslide victory on one side or the other, it's probably game. So
yeah, this could be troublesome for Dignitas. Yeah. They have an open inhibitor right now down mid lane. In any fight that goes in the favor of Epic, they are going straight for that inhibitor. It may not be enough of a minion wave to take the game, but they will definitely put a big dent in what is happening right now. 40 minutes into the game, 20-12. 20 kills right now in favor of Epic, 54,000 gold to 49,000. So you can see a very big increase from grabbing these Barons, that global gold in the favor of Epic.
He's going to catch Akali.
They could right here grab Akali. Can she find a minion to jump to? The minion's not there. The taunt just out of range.
Glorious.
And he actually used the gunblade to slow down Rammus.
And they've caught Dan now. Jumping in on this, Dan has his power ball curl on though.
Oh no, Salsy.
Salsy though flashes out, stays alive. Dan has fallen. 5v4 there. Looks like another kill picked up, and they're going to keep going. Voyboy getting low. He will fall. Dyrus picks up that kill. Cutie-Pie not in great shape, getting owned by Vayne.
So much damage coming out of
dominating people. That's 2 more kills. Locust still about to fall. Ryze just refuses to die. Jat now getting pushed away, but that is a triple kill for Ryze.
That was an amazing fight for Dignitas. They had everything. It went wrong when they allowed Epic to start fighting on the ramp into River. Ryze was just on the other side of that ramp, drilling everybody with their arrows. And here we go. Jat will fall as well. And there is that 5 clear ace freak you were talking about. The damage straight onto that inhibitor. Not a big minion wave, though. How are they going to take this? It looks like they are going to back, and it looks like they may try to go for this Baron because they do have the double Ryze.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Is Yorick's ult up? No, they got 20 seconds, so it'll be single Ryze, unfortunately.
Oh, that's true.
But,
he is.
They've got 3 seconds.
Wriggles. No, he does not have a Wriggles, so they're going to rely on that pure damage here.
Yep, they're just going for it.
That's still good damage, especially from the W. Oh, wow. Boy coming in to disrupt here. Oh, Dan says no. I'm going to rain on your parade. There comes the true shot barrage going through Baron. Did not take it down. Baron again in favor for Epic here. Another 300 gold to their pocket.
Yep, and they have now built their lead to 8,000 gold. That's starting to be rather significant. They're staying up in these fights. They're up 11 kills. You can just barely hear the crowd in the background. Oh man, this game.
So now, right now, as we are 41 minutes into the game, a lot has happened. We're going to have a quick pause on that. Let's discuss what's going on right now. Somebody probably fixing up something real quick. Dan paused the game. This was, confirmed with all the admins at the tables before anything happened, so all the players know to just hang out for a little bit. And what Dignitas is really at right now is called turtle. They need to turtle a little bit. Epic has Baron. They need to defend. They need to keep taking these creeps on. Yeah. But also, in Epic's view here, they need to stay in the face of Dignitas, because if they allow Dignitas to farm all these creeps that are coming in, they're going to be able to start doing a good amount of damage again and just start returning the favor of these aced fights. So they really have to stay in the face of Dignitas now. They have Baron that has to be utilized, and that puts the pressure on Epic here to keep continuing to stay in the face of Dignitas.
Yeah, absolutely true. And, we've seen those Baron fights not always determine the game. They've certainly always been close battles, but, it doesn't determine too much just yet. And it looks like, someone had an error with a game crash real quick. Got to be reconnecting back up. Now, we're on a 3-minute delay here as opposed to those guys. And as we saw the camera move over to the players' monitors, we did see they're actually clicking around in-game. Right. So we actually have less than 3 minutes guaranteed, because I saw in the future of this pause, and we'll be back in there. Like, that's one of the best things about this. You go over and like, oh, he's in the game. Great. Where we have a small delay in front of us.
Teach it right. See the future.
It's awesome. It's a really good skill, by the way. And as I think he said, likely story. I was hoping for like cool story, bro, but that wasn't the case this time. But yeah, I think we are not too far away. Just needs to get himself reconnected back in. So yeah, I mean, the advantage, of course, it is in Epic's favor. 9,000 gold. They have 2 to 3 straight Barons now. And the fights, I think they're just, at this point, gold is not going to make a big difference. At this point, kind of any carry can kill any champion, and then any tank is pretty durable to not get owned in like a 1v1, except for extreme circumstances. And so it's going to be positioning, because they can pretty much one-shot Ryze. Ryze does not have any durability at all in his build items, his item build or anything at all. But we're going to actually kick it over to Travis real quick for a quick update.
Hi guys, I am here from the pit right now, and what happened with that pause was that the EG support player, Nyat Nguyen, actually had a momentary disconnect on his monitor, just a quick black screen, so they were able to get that fixed, get that solved, and get that unpaused. So back to you guys.
Very cool.
Awesome, thanks very much. So yeah, monitor, but hey, he's got one back, and again, it was a fairly quick unpause. We'll be back into it before too long.
Something I'd like to point out before, I was like, Freak, where's the better late game team stand here? And at this point, 41 minutes, reaching that late game, it's pretty much in 25 to 35 minutes. That mid game as you crease that, and as you said, Vayne is going to be dangerous. And Ryze is very scary with the amount of movement speed he has on 2 Phantom Dancers. He was just walking in front of Ezreal, known to be one of the best kiting champions in the game, and continuing to just walk, shoot, just microing every click that he had, firing every time that he could. And Ryze is absolutely a detrimental force right now on Summoner's Rift for this matchup between Dignitas. He is doing so much damage. He was able to take out 3 people in that last fight, Jat being the first one, and it was actually Cutie Pie that just jumped over the wall, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm right in the face of Ryze. I was like, you just got condemned against the wall, though.
Yeah.
So, like, their positioning really affected them in that fight. And as I said, when they came down around that corner, Epic took a very good advantage of the vision that they had and were able to come out with it. So this late-game team, as you said, of Epic really coming into play here.
Yeah, absolutely the case. And I'm hearing game sounds, and we are from the unpause. And actually, wow, we managed to catch up as the Nexus is falling, unfortunately. So, man, it seems to be that Epic won the team fight, and Epic does actually take that game over. Sorry about that, guys. Managed to get a little bit behind and everything. But Epic does take game 1, but it's a best of 3. So there's more games to be had, even just in this series, let alone the day and the weekend.
Yes.
So, big victory screen up for Epic Gaming. Let's go into this post-game screen. We're going to have some stats for you guys, the fill builds, everything like that. Blue team does win 29-16. And look at the assist count, by the way. Per kill, 3 assists. So the average kill on their team has a killer, and then 3 of the 4 other